This is the final project for Introduction to Electrical Engineering. This is a Arduino Uno project that I created that plays the game Moncala against you. The game Moncala is an old board game which is played by moving pieces counterclockwise around a board according to certain rules, and the Arduino is programmed to read user input of what the user wants to move, to calculate its best move in response, and to keep track of the position of the game so that it can play you. So to demonstrate, right now it is waiting for you to select the difficulty. This Arduino project uses a simple minimax algorithm to calculate its best move, and selecting the difficulty basically selects its depth of searching. So a low depth means it's a pretty lousy strategy engine, but if you give it a high depth and you're willing to wait a bit of time, then it's rather effective. I'll select a decent difficulty for the demo, and it has randomly chosen us to go first. So I like this move here. We'll move the pieces around the board like that, and then tell it I moved that cup, and it says I get another turn. So I'll go with this cup here, which is another very solid first move, and let it know. And it says, okay, well, in response to that, I'm going to move this. And I push any button to tell it I'm done, and it now wants to move this. Okay, and then I tell it it's done. And at this point, I'll just fast forward and show you guys what a full game looks like. And that is the end of the game. Because I ran out of pieces on my side, the robot gets all the rest of the pieces on its side and everything in its Moncala, meaning it beat me by probably 40 points, maybe 35 points, which is a lot. And right now it is displaying that it is its side that has won. And at this point, you can reset the board, and you just hold down any of the buttons to reset it, and it goes back into waiting for a difficulty. The components for this project include this breadboard and 6 buttons to signal the user's move, as well as a resistor and LED for an indicator LED. On the back, we have our Arduino Uno, and then a simple breadboard for a few extra connections that are needed. And these jumper cables go to these simple LEDs. These LEDs do not use resistors, as I used pulse width modulation to control the brightness, so you can adjust the brightness in the code. And our cable for power here to the laptop. Other than that, very simple idea. The code is relatively complicated, and getting it to interface with the hardware posed a couple challenges. My first idea for this project included a robotic arm, but my robotic arm didn't have the precise movement needed to accomplish picking up the pieces, and so I had to discard that idea. But this also works, and I will continue to work on the robotic arm in the future. This wraps up this project for Electrical Engineering 101.